All right, we've done quite a bit of work on the Angular To-Do application in this channel. And now we're going to go ahead and generate documentation for it using CompoDoc. In order to make it easy to follow along, I have recoded the To-Do application using the Angular CLI. So we're going to go to GitHub and click on repositories. And then go to the Angular material To-Do application and click on code and copy the URL. And then we're going to go to a sandbox directory and we're going to type git clone, and we're going to clone the app down. And then we're going to say cd and cd into it, and you use npm I to install all the dependencies. And so the dependencies are installing, and meanwhile we'll go to developer.fireflysemantics.com, type in CompoDoc, and these are all the instructions. So next we need to install CompoDoc like this, and we'll just copy and paste that in there. So we've started that, and we've cloned the application. The next thing we need to do is we need to create tsconfig.doc.json with these contents here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the name and open a new tab. And I'm going to say vi in the name of that. And I'm going to say that we're going to copy these contents in like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and save it. And so what we did now is we just put the contents that CompoDoc wants inside the tsconfig.doc.json within our project. So you can see that that's here. And now that we have that, we can go ahead and generate documentation. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a script, a CompoDoc script to our package.json file. So let's go ahead and open the project. There it is. And we'll go into package.json. And we're going to go ahead and put this CompoDoc script in like that. And now we can run CompoDoc. So we'll go ahead and close out of this. And we'll say npm run CompoDoc. And this is going to run it for us. And then once all the documentation has been generated, we can go ahead and run the server like this, CompoDoc -so, and this is going to open up the documentation for us. And here it is. And so we see that all the documentation has been generated, and we're going to go ahead and explore this now. All right, let's take a look at what CompoDoc generated for us. So we have the getting started, and this is basically the README for the project. It's generated into the getting started guide. We have an overview, and it shows us what the app component is made out of, which is the app module, and the app module has the app routing module, and then all of these components declared within the declaration section. And if we go down a little bit, we can see that we have two modules. That's this one and this one. 5 components, 1 injectable, 1 class, and 2 interfaces. If we go further down, we can take a look at our dependencies. And here we have, Firefly Semantics Slice, the Firefly Semantics base module, nginit until destroy that we use for unsubscribing, nano ID, which is a pair dependency for Firefly Semantics Slice, and all of the normal Angular dependencies. In modules, we see the 2 modules that we talked about, and we can click on browse and explore them in more detail. So we see we have our declarations, our imports, what we bootstrap, and so on. Classes, we have 1 class, and that's the to-do class, and we can see that we have really nice type doc looking documentation here for it with all the properties, the constructor, and so on. The injectables, that would be the state service, and we can see that we have pretty nice navigable documentation for the properties and so on that too. Interfaces, iStart, that's for our state service, and we'll go ahead and click on it just to show you what it looks like. And then some miscellaneous things like the enums we defined and so on. And so that's it for TypeDoc. As always, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments, and I will make sure to get back to you. And you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one.